Nick, you said you're not recording this presentation, correct?
No, no, we're recording. We're streaming live on YouTube and we're recording. Okay, so we're live on YouTube, so I'm gonna
Okay.
share my screen and we can get started. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's go with the first hack series of what is the year? 2025, man. Too many numbers, I cannot remember that. Okay, guys, so we're live on YouTube. I put that last time because I forgot and I had to go streaming like 5 minutes later. So always remind yourself. Okay, guys, so thank you for joining our first hack series of 2025. But there is one difference. No, this is not a regular hack series. It is the All-Star hack series because last year we did 4 or 5 and the winners of those hack series are here. And why? Because there is no better way to start the year than having 14 baddest hacks from one of the best hackers in the Amazon space to actually grow your business. Because Amazon is growing globally and it's getting harder. So how can you actually take advantage of all the things that you don't know and just make it worth it then? So that's why we're gonna share like 14 hacks today. I'm your host, Nick Penev. I've been doing more than like 300 webinars and I've been doing the hack series for the last year because I like them. The cost for you guys is like 90 minutes of your time, and we're happy to have you here. So let me tell more about myself. I'm the co-founder of Extreme Power Brands, Scale, and Ecom Hot Sauce, which is the newsletter which is giving away the prize for the winner. I'm also partnership manager and advisor for Hello Tax and 40 plus companies in the e-commerce space. I've been a webinar host for like the last 5 years, and the last but not the least, I've been fully remote since 2010, long before it was cool. I spent the summer on the beach and the off season, whatever or wherever my wife tells me, I don't care. So here is the flow for today. You're gonna have like 14 hacks shared in 1 hour. The whole session will be probably 1 hour and like 30 minutes or 90 minutes of your time. So first we're gonna start with Joey Glyshaw. He's gonna share how to build an affiliate army for Amazon business. So that's a great hack. Then after that is Eric Rutzick. He's gonna talk about how to have an equity partner without giving up equity. That sounds great. Number three, Joe MacPherson. Maximize your reimbursements, spend less, claim more for your Amazon business. Number four, Joe Zalta. How to evaluate the market before choosing a product to launch. That's a very cool hack. We do that all the time for Europe. Number five, Rafael Veloz. Amazon hack so good, Jeff Bezos would cry. He's crying all the time in my Grok and images that they post. So I wanna see that. Number six, or Shamosh, exposing black hat tactics and protecting against anti-competitive threats. That's very important. Last week, a huge $80 million brand was hacked. So that's a serious business. Number seven, one of my closest partners in Peeps, Vincenzo Toscano, how to optimize your listings to make Rufus recommended in the first position. Number eight, Debi Slaver, winner of one of the hacks, and Vincenzo is from last year. So Debi is going to talk about AI-powered content optimization for product images. Number nine, chat Rubin, knowing when to sell EBITDA
That's
valuations
a
and
that's a
improve.
play that's a placeholder, by the way. It'll be a lot more fun.
Okay, sure, I know. I know that you guys can hear. See, this is what I have as a title, by the way. This is for all the tennis. People sometimes come with different hacks. So this is what we have here. You might be surprised with something new or even more hacks eventually. But that's what we have, just to have an information for you guys. So number 10, Fabricio Miranda, optimizing replenishment, how to consider both your Amazon FBA and D2C demand in your replenishment calculations. Number 11, Stephanie Richter, optimal campaign setup for a bid management perspective with Adspert. Number 12, Matt Kostan, how to steal Costco conversion strategy for your Amazon listing. Number 13, Noah Wickman, best low ACOS advertising hack. And last but not the least, Azam Ali, quantify the listing juice. So all of those guys that you see here, they're gonna have 5 minutes to share a hack, and then you're gonna be able to vote for the hack. Before they start, they would introduce themselves and what they do, so you guys know who is sharing the hack. So let's go to the sponsors because, like I said, those events actually take a lot of effort and time, and without sponsors, we wouldn't do them. So we're gonna mention them. So the first one, okay, guys, sorry about that. So the gold sponsor, which is the expansion to EU blueprint by Helotag. So a lot of you guys don't know that, but Europe is a huge market. Only 1% of US sellers sell in Europe. So TikTok is not the blue ocean opportunity as many people think Europe is like. You can easily add 30% of your extra revenue if you go to Europe. So what we do? We do marketing research and audit. We show you the money, how much money you can make. The blueprint is going to outline all the steps that you need to do to successfully expand to Europe, like which is the marketing research, VAT, tax compliance, product compliance, logistics, localization, translation. And of course, we're giving away $3,000 per brand in discounts to make it easier for you guys. And if your brand is really cool, we can even buy your products on a wholesale model and sell them across Europe. So we're going to send you like a follow-up tomorrow so you can inquire about that. Just send your Amazon store and we're going to tell you what we think about your brand. Then our silver sponsors today, Protoscope AI. Protoscope AI is the most advanced AI creative studio for e-commerce brands. We help brands generate product photos, videos, optimize copy in minutes using generative AI. Faster, 10 times faster, 10 times cheaper than traditional methods. The giveaway from them is you can get 50% off PA Studio Pro monthly or annual plans value $250. So scan the QR code to claim that. You can use the secret code 500 off is the code. Here is the coupon code, not the coupon code, sorry guys, the QR code. So I'm gonna give you like a few seconds to scan that. And of course, we're gonna send that as a follow-up tomorrow after the hack series, so you guys can do that. You can scan it. So our second sponsor, or silver sponsor, that's Tropes. A lot of the guys, they say they're the baddest reimbursement guys, and that is not my words. You know that I never lie. Whatever is true is true. So it's good for them to sponsor the event. So what are Tropes doing? Tropes is the most advanced solution for reclaiming your money from Amazon FBA. We offer market-leading 10% commission rates, seller-friendly policies, and cutting-edge technology that gets you onboarded and finds more refunds faster than anyone else. Giveaway: first 60 days free, up to $1,000 in Amazon FBA reimbursement. Again, value $1,000. Again, you can scan the QR code to claim that. So you can take a screenshot or wait for the email tomorrow with the recording, and you can take advantage of that. Okay, and we go to the next sponsor. The next sponsor is Capec. Scaling inventory can feel like a constant balancing act, but that's where Capec steps in. We help e-commerce brands like yours free up cash flow by funding up to 70% of your purchase orders fast, flexible, and hassle-free. Offer: you can get a 10-day free trial plus 6 months at 30% off of their Smart Scout, which expires on 11. Okay, man, guys, that's my bad. No, I haven't fixed that. So disregard it. No, you can get like a $500 gift card and get funded. You can scan the QR code, and again, tomorrow you're gonna receive an email with that information. Our next sponsor is like Joey from ZoneFlip. ZoneFlip is a premier agency specializing in Amazon and TikTok shop growth, leveraging our deep understanding of virality to drive search volume to your top keywords on Amazon. We elevate your brand by handling everything from product listing and live shopping, influencer partnerships, and viral content strategies. With our proven expertise, you'll see more sales, greater reach, and the results your business deserves. Again, offer 50% off up to $500 value on their TikTok shop service. Again, scan the QR code to claim that or wait for the follow-up email tomorrow to take advantage of that. And our next sponsor, like Riverbend Consulting. Riverbend Consulting helps sellers and vendors on Amazon and other e-commerce marketplaces keep their accounts healthy and compliant. The company specializes in account and ACID reinstatement, account management, reimbursement, and rate services. When Amazon targets your account, be it a warning or account suspension, where we do for the entire appeal process, including executive escalations as needed, suspension coverage, give you immediate access to the top reinstatement experts available. At the moment your account is suspended, our go-to team is ready to engage, get started, and help resolve the suspensions. Again, their giveaway: 50% off Riverbend's annual suspension coverage, 9% amount for the first 25 sellers who sign up, or you're saving $600 per year. Again, scan the QR code or wait for the email tomorrow. And the last is our media sponsor, my company, Ecom Hot Sauce. Many of you guys probably are reading that. I hope you like it. If not, I like it, so I'm gonna continue to do it as it is. But we have almost like 30,000 sellers, Amazon and e-commerce brands who are reading that, and we're giving away the top hack prize for the winner. Whoever shares the best hack, they're gonna get a 1 monthly sponsorship feature valued to $100 in the newsletter. And now let's start with the actual hacks. Okay, guys, so now let me see who was the first one, and we can get started. So the first hack would be Joey. Joey, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, guys, so this is number one, everyone, Joey. So if you like his hack, write down the number and you can vote for him. And then, so Joey, please introduce yourself. And once you're ready, I'm going to turn on the timer. You're going to have 5 minutes to share your hack. So let me know when you're ready with your intro and let's kick it off.
Perfect. So I'm not going to bore you with a ton of details of who I am. You can see it on the screen here, and I'll actually share a link with you, but been in the Amazon space since 2015, been managing an Amazon agency since 2019, and started the TikTok shop agency 2023. We are a top 20 TikTok shop partner based on GMV. We are a certified agency in the US and top 20 in the US. And then just some metrics there. Just some quick benefits of what I want to discuss with you today. And then you can start the timer because 5 minutes is way too short for what I have, but that's okay.
Yeah, man, no.
Yeah.
Okay, man. So let's start, man.
Yeah. So is it started?
No, actually, you're not gonna see it, no, because sometimes during the camera. So yeah, no worries, man. I'm gonna tell when 1 minute is left. So let's go, man.
Okay. Well, anyway, the benefits of what I want to get through to you today with your Amazon brand is that you should actually be starting your creator negotiations right now when your creator partnerships right now, whether you're on TikTok shop or Instagram or anything, you really need to be building up your affiliate army because the next thing coming is is social commerce, no matter where it's at. So today I'd like to show you 6 proven steps with specific details on how you can get started right now and how you can start those partnerships right away. So the very first step is that you need to set up some kind of a CRM. A lot of you probably have a marketing CRM set up already. I built out Cellophant, cellophant.com. I'll give some links here in a few minutes, but it has some pre-built templates in it. It's got some automations built out already. It has some special graphics. It just really helps you keep track of all of your creators all in one source. And I'll tell you why in a second. Step 2 is you need to set up a form in Cellophant or your CRM. Here's an example of a form that we have for our viral society. So we send this form out to every single creator that we talk to, whether we're in Join Brands or downloading or from Calidata or one of those programs. You want to set up a form. So this is just an example. It gives you their average views. The creator fills this in, tells you a little bit about themselves. You can actually add a drop down here saying, do we have access to edit your videos and full user permissions of videos? They can say yes, no, or maybe. And then having some kind of snippet here that they agree to when they submit. And I apologize, it's a bit blurry, but just fill out, get a form that collects all the information for creators. It's going to be important that you do that. The next step is that you need to be joining Facebook groups and collectives and Discord groups, anything that you see where you can connect with creators. You want to subscribe to Calidata, Fastmoss, or EchoTick.live. You can join an agency to help you support these. You want to subscribe to a bot like Yuka AI or Uptick.io. Join Algorift or Levanta for affiliate connections. And the master hack here is you want to be able to have multiple sources to connect with creators. Whenever you connect with a creator or contact a creator, have them fill in the form so that they end up in your CRM. From there, you will download any data from Calidata or FastMoss or EchoTick, you can actually sort the data based off of the influencers that you're looking for. So if you're in the beauty category and you're looking for a certain amount of followers, or you want someone that has GMV, you can download all of their information. You also want to make sure that you set up the outreach bots for outreach in the affiliate center, and then export the data that you receive here into a .csv. Step 5 then is to set up an email snippet. There are some pre-built snippets in Cellophant, but in your CRM, do a snippet for your outreach. Upload your CSV to whatever your CRM is, and then run an email campaign to those, giving the creator a reason to network with you. One of the master hints here is if you have automations turned on in Cellophant, all you need to do is add the contact to the outreach section right here, and it will actually email them automatically. And as you move them along the pipeline, you can it'll automatically send these emails out to them. You can always edit these emails later, but whatever your CRM is. So here is the reason why you do this.
Joey, 1 minute left. Sorry to interrupt you. 1 minute left.
No worries. Thanks. So the reason why you do this is because you want to create a database and a community for creators that you can contact regularly. So maybe you have a new product launch, or you're launching on TikTok Shop, or you're launching on Instagram Shop, which is coming soon, I see. Whatever it is and whatever you can do, you want to make sure that you continuously contact them and work with them. And you can even create your own community within Cellophant that they have access to. And like, this is just an example of a reward campaign that Goalie was doing, but you should be doing this for your brand as well. You can use Amazon Creator Connect, and you can send them to your Amazon shop as well. And that's it. Just my master hack. Some links for you guys. I will send a link out for this as well, and it will be in that. But if you wanted to grab the link for this entire walkthrough, everyone has access to it.
Okay, thanks, Joey. So everyone know, make sure to write down the number. Number 1, Joey Glyshaw, how to build an affiliate army for your Amazon brand. That's super important, guys. Now, I do all the stuff that I do because I have partners here. So affiliate partners, this is super valuable. So write down the number, and we're ready to go to the next one. Thank you, Joey. So guys, now we go to number 2, Eric Rutzick, how to have an equity partner without giving up equity. That's a really interesting hack. So Eric, man, come up on stage, introduce yourself and what you guys do at KPIC, and once you're ready, let me know, and I'm gonna turn on the timer. Come on, man, where are you? Looking for equity partners?
You're muted, Eric.
Muted, bro.
Thank you. That's
name.
actually my first hack. If you're ever in a meeting like this, don't mute yourself. Yeah, my name is Eric Rutzick. I am the sales director for CapEc. We are a company that funds Amazon and Shopify private label brands by partnering on purchase orders and providing the capital they need to accelerate growth and reach the true potential. So like they mentioned today, I'll start now. The hack I have is how to get an equity partner without giving up equity.
Okay, man.
What's
you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Good,
let's start, man. Let's go.
Yeah, so every seller on Amazon or in e-commerce in general, they're always running into a specific pain points, and that is capital. We can go through hacks, we can learn these things, but the true stunt to a growth of a brand is having capital on hand. Currently, you have a few different options for where you can find capital out there. So you've got traditional banks, which let's keep in mind they're taking personal guarantees. It's not the fastest way to get your capital as well. Long process, and they don't really understand e-commerce. Many sellers out there also can't even go to the banks for the capital they need. So then you've got equity investors. Now, equity investors are great. They are partnered with your business. They want the success of your business. However, you are giving up a portion of your ownership forever. So at a certain moment, that may sound like the greatest thing ever. But if you're looking into the future of your brand and where you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years, that can be a huge cost to your business. Finally, you've got your own personal credit and savings. So this is, all your personal guarantees. It's on you. You're taking on a huge risk for you, your family, to support that brand. So should anything go wrong while you're using those methods of capital, you can be in a tight spot. If you're not selling the products, if it's stuck there, you run into issues, you still have those payments you need to make. So what is the hack? The hack is finding an equity partner with no equity. Who is that? Well, you need to have a partner who can fund the inventory that you have, because that's the largest cost that you're running into. And it's actually eating up, all your cash flow for those moments. You're looking at a long sales cycle from the moment you order your inventory until you're actually generating the revenue from that. So you want to find a partner like CapEx, who's actually understands e-commerce. They analyze your store, they analyze your ASINs and SKUs to see if you're successful and in a growth phase. So by understanding e-commerce, they also understand how to support your business in the right ways. That means sometimes not even giving the capital that you may require. It may be telling you we're seeing certain things within your activity that you need to take a look at that are slowing down your growth. So just by having someone who understands the e-commerce world, you have a true partner here without giving up any equity that's there to help solve problems. So a partner like this, after they analyze your accounts, they understand your seller cycle, they're then determining that you can get the capital you need. Now, it's not requiring you any equity. It's not requiring a personal guarantee. It's actually requiring just the collateral of the inventory on that order. They advance the portion of your purchase order, usually up to 70%, towards your supplier for the final balance payment. And then they give you a 45-day grace period. So what this is doing, it's allowing you're not putting all your capital into the inventory purchase and then waiting, another 3 to 4 months to generate the revenue for it. Instead, you're able to leverage the 70%. A partner like CapEx is sending directly to your supplier and hold on to your own capital so that you can invest that into some of the hacks we're talking about today, your ads, expanding into new marketplaces, and even launching new SKUs. You're doing all of this with a partner like this with zero equity. And again, they're there for you. It's a partnership model where if you're not selling, they step in to help with a large partner network. They're able to get those products back on track and flexible with how your repayments are working. So when it comes to e-commerce, this is one of the better solutions. We've personally worked with hundreds of brands over the past few years.
Eric, 1 minute left.
Okay, perfect. Where we've seen, growth from $10,000 of revenue a month into $100,000 of revenue, simply by supporting them on those inventory purchases. You're keeping more capital on hand to help grow your business and to find the opportunities that you need in a quick amount of time. And that's what I got. That's my hack.
Okay, man. Thanks for sharing the hack. So everyone, write down number 2. That's Eric Rutzick from KPIC, how to have an equity partner without giving up equity. So write down number 2 if it's your favorite one, and scratch number 1, or just wait for all the hacks and you can decide after it. So now we go to my favorite digit, number 3. So that's Joe MacPherson from Trops. Joe, please introduce yourself, what you guys do, and once you're ready, you can share your hack, maximize your reimbursement, spend less, claim more for your Amazon business. So thanks for joining again. Thanks, Eric. Okay, man. Are you here, amigo? Joe, we don't hear you.
I think you're muted again.
No, he's not. I mean, it doesn't show that he's muted. Check your mic settings or something,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Let me just pull up my slides here. Okay, perfect. You able to see that?
Let me see. Yeah, we see your screen. So please intro yourself and tell me, Nick, I'm ready. Turn the timer on.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, my name is Joel. I'm a CPA, a former CPA auditor and co-founder at TrueOps, a FBA auditing service. And I'm just going to share a quick 5-minute hack about how sellers can find some money for their businesses.
Okay, man. Let's start then. Show them the money.
Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, just to give you a little bit of background, we've audited over 4 billion worth of Amazon sellers. That's over 1,900 sellers. And we've audited sellers that have been doing it in-house and sellers that have been using audit companies. And of course, we've also audited plenty that haven't looked into this area yet. We have never seen a $1 million seller that had a completely clean account, to the point where we're now offering a guarantee. If you're a $1 million seller and we don't find anything, we're going to wire you $1,000. We've never seen it happen. Maybe someday someone will join, it'll be the first, but so far, so good. How is that possible? Well, there's dozens of ways that Amazon can take your money. I'm just going to focus on big 3 that you as a business owner can check really quickly. Even if you're doing it in-house or you're using an outsourced service, you can check these areas. And these areas often are where millions are hiding. So you've got claims that are stuck, claims where Amazon is saying that there's a reallocation from another shipment and it's just BS. And also incorrectly resolved claims where Amazon's just like, hey, like, here's your money, everything's good. And then when you look in the back end, it's not. So let's take a look at stuck claims first. So the first area to look is your pending Amazon action cases. You would be shocked how long cases can sit here. We've seen cases that have been pending Amazon action for years. And you know what most legacy audit companies or internal virtual assistants are doing? They are following up endlessly into the void. Amazon puts these cases into a sort of limbo, and you can follow up until your face turns blue. Nothing is going to happen. And if you keep following up, you can get Amazon health warnings, basically where they're saying like they prohibit activity that would interfere with your capacity to help with other sellers. So how do you deal with that? Well, the biggest area is smart escalation. Anyone who's working on your account, you should be asking them, how many times did you call Amazon this week? Ultimately, picking up the phone and speaking with them is going to unstick a lot of these cases that can remain stuck for years. But the good news is, if you filed within that window, you can go back and fix it from years ago. Another one is shipment allocation. So one thing that sellers are often surprised by is that after a shipment has been fully received, Amazon can take units from that shipment and put it on another shipment. So if you do your reconciliation like once a year or once a month, Amazon could, like a perfectly fine shipment, they could take 5 units out of it and put it on another shipment. So that's why you need to be scanning daily. Now, also there's incorrectly resolved claims. So Amazon will say, that they've resolved a case, but they've got an impossible shipment reallocation. What is this? Like, Amazon will take a unit from a shipment from a year ago and say, oh, like, we found your units. Like, this is from this shipment. But if you look at it, it's actually, that doesn't make any sense. So that's one area. Another one is reimbursement quantity. They won't reimburse all the units, only a portion of it. And then another one is value. So I've seen cases where you're looking at the contents page, it's saying, hey, everything is covered, but then you look at the reimbursements report and they actually gave you a value of $0 per unit. And this is going to become even more important in these coming days. March 10th, Amazon is going to be switching to reimbursing manufacturing cost instead of price. So it's going to be really important to make sure that you're getting the right value. And of course, you've also got cases where you file a claim and you need to respond within 5 days, but that's not happening. So these are abandoned cases. That's another area where we're seeing a lot of loss. And I've got a minute left. And the best hack, in my opinion, honestly, is to get a second opinion. A lot of our clients are using one of the legacy firms or they're doing it in-house, and we run on backup to scoop what's left behind. And we're happy to do that. There's dozens of ways that Amazon can cost you money, and I've barely scratched the surface. So it never hurts to get a second opinion. You can sign up with us. It takes less than 3 minutes of your time. And, if you're over $1 million seller, I guarantee it's going to be worth it. So it's a good time to onboard with the March 10th changes coming around. Reimbursement values will be cut significantly. So you've got less than a couple of months to take action, and so it's a great time to take a look at this area. So that's all.
Thank you, Joe. Everyone, this is number 3. Joe MacPherson, maximize your reimbursement, spend less, claim more for your Amazon business. So write down number 3 if you like it, and then you can vote for him at the end. Okay, and now we go to number 4. Joe Zalta, how to evaluate the market before choosing a product to launch. Joe, please intro yourself and your company, and once you're ready, let me know, and I'm gonna turn on the timer.
Sure. So my name is Joe Zalta. I'm co-founder of Riverbend Consulting. As you said earlier in the advertisements, that we help sellers with suspensions and account health. I'm also a 10-year seller. I've been selling for a while, even when things were a lot easier on Amazon and there were a lot less rules and regulations, up until today, where I represent some pretty large global brands on Amazon. So what I want to talk about today is how to evaluate a competitive market and what products you should go into.
Okay, Joe. So you ready to go?
I'm ready, man.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay, so there's a lot of things that you need to consider before jumping into a product. I think obviously you have to have good sourcing and you have to have a good supply chain. But when you're doing competitive research, I find that it's very, very important to go over a few of these things. It should kind of be like a mental checklist. One of them is, what's the barrier to entry of the category or the product or even the search term that you're going after? Because if it's something that can be easily made by a Chinese factory, and they could outdo you in the form of more variations, more colors, more inventory, you're already really setting yourself up to not succeed, right? Because they're always going to be ahead of you. And if the goal is to get organic rank or to even, compete with PPC, there's a lot of rumors out there. Chinese sellers, they have better discounts. They have, they get subsidized different things. So it's very, very difficult. So my first hack, and it's a big part of the overall hack, is to try to find a product that could be made in the US. And that there are a lot of things that are made in the US. There's beauty products, there's liquids, there's, supplements. A lot of these things can be made in the US. Now, obviously, you have other competitive problems with those, but a big thing is that you're not competing directly with factories overseas. The second thing is to really try to understand the competitive landscape that you're going into. Now, obviously, there's all the tools out there. There's the Jungle Scouts and the Helium, but there's certain things that they won't tell you. And what I really feel is important is for you to do the same way you would back in the day. If you were, selling a retailer, you would go to the retail store and walk the floor, right? You would walk the aisles and see what they have, what the competition is. These days, it's important to do the same thing on the key search terms that you're going after. So the first thing I always ask myself is, are there huge global brands in the space? Because the problem with that is if there's multiple huge global brands that do, that get a ton of outside traffic coming in just by branded searches, or they're just super well known in that industry, you're already giving up a big chunk, potentially 50, 60, 70% of the market share. So now if you're either a private label brand or if you even represent a smaller brand, you have a very low chance of getting a big share of the market. And it's going to cost you a ton because those global brands have very, very high marketing budgets. So that might not show up in all the Helium research, but making sure that you're not going against some of these behemoths is really a no-brainer. The second thing is, if you are going after a category now that maybe doesn't have a ton of global brands, make sure that your value proposition is either equal to or better than the competition. What does that mean? If someone's going to go to your listing and you have 3 variations, right, and your competitors have 6 or 7, even if the majority of the sales are done in 1 or 2, you really need that full offer, that full offering to compete, because over a long period of time, their click-through rate and their conversion rate will just be better than yours because they have more options and they have more sales, even if they get just a handful of sales in those additional variations. And really the last thing is to make sure that your content is more compelling to the customer. Now, that's a very general statement, but if you really have to understand your product very well, and that goes along with the product research. So when you're researching a category, really dive into the customer's perspective and the customer's kind of outlook on what they're looking for in the product. So if someone's looking for, a feature that's a big important part of the product, make sure you highlight that feature in the main image. Obviously, the image has to be clear, angled properly, but making sure that you're calling out the key feature that's part of the search term that people are going for is a huge, huge benefit. So if there's a value proposition in the search term, or if there's a price proposition.
1 minute left. Sorry to interrupt you.
Sure.
1 minute left.
No problem. No problem. So those are the things. I think some of those things are constantly overlooked. The last thing I really want to explain is when you're going into a new product, you can't just think of it as a product anymore. Years ago, it was very much like that. You could just launch one new product, didn't matter what the branding was, and you were fine. These days, customers, especially younger customers, care about the branding, right? Now, it doesn't mean you have to be a big $100 million brand, but you have to consider yourself a brand. So you have to have the right colors, the right images, the right content surrounding your brand, and tell a story with what you have. That'll just increase your conversion rate, and it'll increase really your customer coming back to you and viewing you as something a little bit more than you might really be. So just to wrap it all together, make sure that you're not going after a super saturated category with major global brands. Make sure that you're going after something that has a little bit of a barrier to entry, so all the Chinese factories aren't competing with you, and put a ton of attention to detail to your product, your content, and your images. That's it.
Thanks, Joe. That was a great hack. And one thing very important to mention, like the branding and the quality of your product. A lot of people don't know, so that's like a mini hack. Europe has the highest average order value. So if you have quality products, you can manufacture them in Mars, whatever you want, people are gonna buy it here. In Europe, people don't buy cheap products. I know from my wife, she doesn't buy anything cheap, even though I'm telling her, buy cheap. So guys, great hack, Joe. Everyone, write down number 4, Joe Zalta, how to evaluate the market before choosing your product to launch. So number 4, guys, write it down if you like it. And now we go to number 5, Rafael Veloz. Amazon hack so good, Jeff Bezos would cry. And I'm be happy if he's crying, even though he's making us all feel rich. So no offense, Jeff. Rafa, please introduce yourself. Yeah, seriously, introduce yourself for those who don't know you. And once you're ready, tell me, vamos, Nico, vamos.
Vamos, amigo, I'm ready. I'll introduce myself a little bit later. But before we do begin, thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it, my friend, for all your patience, as well as Joe. Everything you said, Joe, hit the nail on the head. Vincenzo, Eric, all my friends, Chad, I can see Chad. We haven't seen each other in a bit, Chad. We should go play some paddle, man. All right, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Okay, let's go,
all right,
man.
Nice. As you know, Amazon's being extremely competitive, right? So I want to talk more about the social to Amazon, meaning that driving traffic from social media to Amazon. As Joe said, there's a lot of sellers out there from overseas that maybe are getting some benefits. So we want to make sure that we're tapping into the billions of daily users that social media has, TikTok, etc. Right? So I want to show you a little bit. It's not a hack. It's more of like, do this. Maybe it's gonna help you learn how to bridge the gap between social media and Amazon. Right? So why is this a game changer? You want to. We often rely too much on PPC, as you know. Meaning pay-per-click campaigns, organic traffic. Social media has billions of active users, and sellers lose potential customers halfway through the buying journey, right? Because they don't have a strategy. So, and the most important thing actually is fees. Fees are going crazy right now. Competition, overseas sellers, right? It's just getting way harder and harder. Actually, if you look on Google Trends and you search for how to sell on Amazon, it is going down. It's a downward trend. It's not going up anymore. As you know, like this is the peak. So, we have to leverage and we have to take as many opportunities as we can, right? So what are the benefits of this hack? Increases visibility. It's, you're targeting advertising. You have direct traffic and you have brand awareness, and it could be cost-effective marketing. I'll show you what I mean by that in a bit, because a lot of times this is actually not as cost-effective because this is top of the funnel. It's more awareness. Amazon is more bottom of the funnel, but I'll show you a little trick. It's not a trick. It's a company that I use, and maybe they can help you as well. All right. So social media helps you get seen by the right people if you target it right. Okay. A little bit about me. This is my company. I think the most important thing is that I worked the past 7 years on Amazon, but I've been doing filmmaking. I'm a filmmaker since 2009. This was actually one of my 3 professional music videos. It was a crew of 20. I look young, but I look younger here. It was a good time. All right, this is what my company does. We create anything that has to do with content. There are pretty pictures, but pretty pictures by itself don't work. It's like what Joe was saying, you need to have a strategy behind it. If your product's main differentiating factor is, I don't know, having the letter A, make sure that you showcase the letter A. So the most important thing that we do actually is creating a proposal, creating that marketing strategy, and then, creating really cool content. Again, Joe said it, you want really good branding, you want to look at aesthetically for your customer. That's what we do with the strategy, very important. So for example, what we did, this brand is called Pink Miracle. There's a shoe cleaner brand. This is what we did before them. This is what the numbers before. And we got them from 316 to 398 and from 87K to $208,000 a month. This is just literally a month before and after. Again, really good content. For example, instead of saying, hey, it cleans up to 100 pairs, we made a really big shoe and put the model next to it. So again, marketing, right? All right, steps of the summary. We want to set up a catalog on Meta. Manual ads, right? Hyper-targeted campaigns. We want to build trust with the UGC and then seamlessly redirect traffic to Amazon and then optimize. You have to keep optimizing. Marketing is now 1 + 1 = 2. Marketing is 1 + 1 could be 2. Let's double check. Oh, it's 1.5. All right, let's see how we can get it to 2. All right, so setting up the catalog. There's gonna be a lot of instructions. We're gonna send these slides out, so don't worry about it. First of all, create a catalog. This is the most important thing, okay? Once you have the catalog, select e-commerce. I don't know why this is moved, but it's moved. You select e-commerce. Then you upload your either manual or your CSV. You add the products, the content, etc. The content that you create with us, you can also, that it's actually useful as well for social media. And we don't charge you extra. Make sure that you know your buyer persona. Make sure you're using high quality images, that you have keyword-rich product names, benefit-driven descriptions, etc. You give as much value as possible. I'm trying to go as fast as possible here so Nick doesn't cut me off. Connect to Ads Manager, link your catalog for dynamic ad creation. Make sure that you are getting this product to the right eyes, to the right people. It's very,
Rafa,
very... 1 minute?
1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
Man. All right, let's go. Manual ads. Make sure you have campaigns. I use this company. They are pay per performance, meaning that you don't pay until you get something. Create Ads Manager campaign. And then you have the carousel. You can do it dependent on your product. It's very important to know your type of product. And make sure you have a CTA, call to action. Shop now, buy on Amazon, etc. Use the right targeting. Very important. Make sure that you understand your audience. And then create trust with UGC. I use Pigful for this, but I also use other companies like Product Pinion. For example, for the shoe company, I use Product Pinion. For this one, I use Pigful. So I try to use as many as I can. And then seamless directed to Amazon. Make sure you're tracking it. And then the most important is optimizing. Keep optimizing. This is extremely important because people just leave it once and like, oh, we don't care. No, you have to care. This is where a lot of your budget goes to, okay? If you want to know more, check us out. We give you 20% if you use the code Nick is the best, 012924, okay? The date, obviously. And that's it, man. I hope I got on time.
Yeah, on time, man, on time. So everyone, that's number 5, Rafael Veloz. Amazon hack so good, Jeff Bezos would cry. So write it down, and if you like it, vote for Rafael then. Okay, then we go to number 6, or Shamosh, or as I call him, Amazon professor, because he knows everything. So today he's gonna talk about exposing black hat tactics and protecting against anti-competitive threats. So, or please introduce yourself to the people who don't know you. And once ready, kill me, man. Let's go.
Thank you very much, Nick. Great hack so far. Glad to be here. So my name is Shamosh. I've been around for 9 years. I started an appeal company, Amazon Sellers Appeal, dealt with thousands of cases, and also founded an 8-figure Amazon aggregator. So I know how it is from the seller side and from the suspended side, sadly. And as we saw, sadly, recent days, a lot of issues with accounts getting hacked. So I'm here to help you a little bit to try and avoid that. I may not be the greatest speaker, but I am great at avoiding getting suspended. So let's get to it.
Okay, let's go. Great, start. Or we don't hear you. You're muted. You mute yourself by mistake, I guess. I don't hear you.
How about now? Can you hear
Okay,
me now?
now,
Sorry
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
Now,
so-
okay. I'm resetting the clock. So let's start.
Sorry for that, thank you. So before we dive into how to avoid getting suspended due to black hat competitors, let's get into a little bit of a background. Whenever you are listing your product, you are something that Amazon called the main contributor. Let's say there are multiple sellers into your listing, hijackers or other sellers that you permit, they are the contributors. Now, in simple terms, this means that the main contributors hold more rights. Amazon gives them more value, more credit, and you can make more changes to the listing. Let's say that you want to change the title and the other small contributors want to change it, you will get the higher ground and you will get the title. Now, what's easy to change is regulatory things, and we'll get to that in a moment. If you have 10 other small contributors trying to contribute and to change the title, they won't succeed because your title will overtake. But if they want to change warnings, certificates or things like that that you do not cover, Amazon will count on their words, although they are only small contributors, and get their data inside, which will get you unfortunately suspended due to pesticides, due to adult products, due to missing certificates or labels. And if that's clear, let's try to see how to avoid it. First, go to your Seller Central, Reports, Inventory Reports. After that, you should choose category, listing reports, and download it. You will get this template, which will be pre-filled with all your data. And again, just to emphasize, I'm not showing you how they are doing it. Obviously, we are not here to learn how to manipulate the system and get prohibited content inside. We are here to try to avoid it. So if other contributors are uploading the title, your title will remain. But if others are uploading regulatory data, their data, if you are blank, will take over. And then if they are saying that your product, for example, is a pesticide, you will get suspended for a pesticide, for an adult product, and so on. So this thing, which is also a great report to show you your entire ASINs and your entire catalog, also holds things that you do not have. Let's show you a few examples. Let's say that you have this one in here. If it's completely blank, there is nothing here, the small contributor, the hijacker, the black hat competitor can come, overtake this. And again, I'm not showing you how he's doing it. I'm showing you how you should do it. He's doing it differently. And if he's choosing, for example, small parts or small magnets, Amazon can come to you and tell you, hey, hello, show us your certificate that you have small magnet certificates, and so on. What you should do is populate this field instead of leaving it empty, because if it's completely empty, others can take over it, and then Amazon will count on their word. But if you are choosing no warning applicable, Amazon will count on your word and won't let others change it. Another example, if we are clear, is dangerous goods. Exactly the same thing. Amazon will come and tell you, hey, show us your dangerous goods certificate or pesticides. So all of them you're seeing that I'm choosing, it's not a pesticide, does not apply, does no warning applicable. That's basically how you can avoid others overtaking your product, overtaking your contact, by simply filling in these details. If you're filling nothing,
sorry, interrupting,
1 minute, 1 minute.
Yes.
If you are leaving it completely blank, I can, as a small seller, as a small contributor, I can come and populate the data, choose that it is a pesticide, and then Amazon will come to you and say, okay, show us the pesticide certificate. So the simple thing you need to do is download the report, reports, inventory reports, catalog listing report, go over everything and choose does not apply to me, because then if others will try to take over it, your data as the main contributor will overtake. And Thank you very much. If you need our services, hopefully not. If you do, feel free to use this discount, and I wish everybody good luck. Please do it. I beg you. There is just a case of a $70 million seller, our client, that got suspended. Don't join him. Implement this, download the report today, and not get suspended. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Or. So everyone, that's number 6, or Shamosh, exposing black hat tactics and protecting against anti-competitive threats. Number 6, write down the number of the hack and you can vote for our event. So now we go to number 7, Vincenzo Toscano, how to optimize your listings to make Rufus recommend it in first position. So Vincenzo, please introduce yourself to those that don't know you and tell me how is Let's Go Forza? No, it's not Forza in Italian. How is Let's Go in Italian? Forza?
Yeah, Forza. Yeah,
Okay.
Forza. Yeah.
Forza. Okay, man. Tell me Forza and we're gonna start once you're ready.
Cool. So yeah, hello guys. So first of all, I want to thank Nick and everybody participating. It's a pleasure. You know, Nick, you're always smashing it with your content. So it's always a pleasure to be part of it. For those that don't know me, I'm just going to give you a quick introduction about myself. So myself, I'm being in space now close to 7 years. Background aerospace engineer, jumped into the Amazon space as a side hustle, became a full-time team. And then by, being a seller and going to different events and masterminds, I found my passion also for consulting. That's where I founded Ecamsi. And essentially with Ecamsi now, we've been in the space for over 5 years. Right now we have managed over 1,000 brands, a team of over 60 people, a portfolio over 9 figures. So we have a lot of experience when it comes to managing brands. And we have done a lot of mistakes, which is why I have to come up with these hacks to make sure I keep my clients and they're happy. So hopefully with today, I'm going to give you a nice breakdown of how you can make Rufus recommend your product on Patreon. Yeah. So can we start?
Okay, let's start, man.
Awesome, guys. So we have seen essentially how Rufus is being taken over the Amazon space. Every single time you jump on LinkedIn, Facebook, everybody's talking about that. And let's be honest, it's something that you need to be on top of it. Like you really need to figure out how Rufus is reading your listings, because if you don't, essentially the competition is going to have a huge advantage over you. And therefore it's going to be then very late for you to catch up, especially when we understand how fast things move in the Amazon space. So effectively what you have to understand is how Rufus works in the first place. What Amazon is trying to do with Rufus is effectively trying to convey an experience to the customer that is as accurate as possible based on their purchase history, but also what is the intention behind a search within the platform in the first place. Therefore, it's more important than ever that everything when it comes to your copy and your images are actually representing the type of customer that you want to convey. Because if you don't, essentially Rufus is not going to prioritize your product over the competition that is doing that, and therefore your product is not going to be recommended to the search that the customer is actually looking for a product to solve his issue in the first place. So how do we do that? Essentially, the answer is on Amazon. People is essentially writing reviews on product details pages. People is asking questions within the product itself. So what we're trying to do is reverse engineer all the behavior that will essentially lead to an intention behind purchasing a product, and use that as a foundation to write our copy and our listings. So the way we do this is effectively extracting all our reviews. Also, we extract all the pre-made questions that we have within our listings. Our Rufus already, if you go to a listing, you're going to see that it's pre-making certain questions based on the history of the listing that you're looking to essentially reverse engineer. And we try to create an essential baseline for us to understand what is effectively the type of interaction the customers are having with the product in the first place, through the experiences of the reviews, but also what are some of the questions that people are asking themselves to make sure the product is actually fulfilling the intention for them in the first place to go on Amazon and make this purchase. Once we figure that out, essentially what we bring to the table is Amazon Comprehend. Amazon Comprehend is one of the tools within the AWS kind of ecosystem, which Amazon effectively is using as a part of the engine behind Rufus and Cosmo. So essentially, Amazon Comprehend, what it's doing is giving you a full breakdown of what is the sentiment, what is the intention, and what is the actual meaning behind a specific sentence. Because essentially, you could put the best copy that you want on a listing, but if the AI doesn't think the actual intention or the sentiment behind that copy is actually conveying the message that will target a specific avatar, you're not going to be recommended by Rufus in the first place. The way that you get access to Amazon Comprehend is a free tool. You just open an account with AWS. It's free. You get the first year for free. And effectively, what you want to do is put all the reviews, all the questions, and all the copy that you start drafting for your listing through Amazon Comprehend, and make sure you're tapping into effectively by looking at the results of Amazon Comprehend, the sentiment and the meaning that you want behind your copy. So when it comes to images, very similar. What we use for images is Amazon recognition. So with Amazon recognition, what we try to do is very similar. We try to convey that all the images are actually transmitting a specific goal in mind, like in terms of the type of people within the images, the usage of the product, everything that will make sure that when AI is analyzing your images, is understanding, okay, this specific, for example, yoga mat is used specifically for people that do hiking, something as granular as that. The way we do that is also with Amazon recognition. As you can see in this quick video on this specific brand, we were having an analysis for them, and we essentially put all their images, and we're able to understand what is essentially Amazon recognition understanding behind a specific image to ensure that those infographics are tapping into the actual meaning that we want Rufus to then connect us when a person is looking for a specific vitamin C that's conveying a specific intention, and therefore we start ranking our way into our top recommendations within Amazon.
Vincenzo, 1 minute left.
Yeah, thank you. Then when it comes to the action plan, it's very straightforward. The first thing that you want to do is use Amazon Comprehend by using reviews, questions, and then draft an initial copy, run that through Amazon Comprehend and make sure the actual intention is spot on when it comes to what is the product. Then do the same with Amazon recognition and make sure that the images are conveying the right kind of message when it comes to that. For images, of course, sometimes if you struggle to come up with different variations and ideas, we use, for example, in this case, solutions such as Product Opinion that can allow you to also tap into AI and give you, a really in-depth insight about how you can make your images even convert better. And then you want to rinse and repeat. You want to repeat this loop until you end up with the best conversion possible. So in summary, what you want to do, understand the intent, match that with AI within everything that you within your copy and your images, and then make sure over time by refining this process over and over, ensure that Rufus is recommending your top position, and therefore you can smash the competition. So that's everything from me, guys. That's my information. If you want to find out more about how we can do this for you, and thank you very much, Nick. Pleasure as usual. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Vincenzo. So, guys, if you want to crash the competition like Vincenzo ended the hack, that's number 7, Vincenzo Toscano, how to optimize your listings to make Rufus recommended in first position. So write down this number. And now we go to the first lady of the evening and the winner of one of the hacks in 2024. So that's number 8, Debi Slaver, AI-powered content optimization through product images. So Debi, please introduce yourself and what you guys do at SPC Tech. And once you're ready, tell me, and we're gonna turn the time around.
I thought I was number 8, but I'm happy to give up number 8.
Debi.
Yeah, chat, you're actually the dessert with Matt. You guys always have the last spot. No, you're the shotguns. So
Dang.
Yeah, I like being dessert. That's good. Yeah.
yeah,
Sweet.
Debi. Okay, guys, too much talking. Let's Debi join the stage. Debi, are you here?
Yeah,
Can
you're muted, Debi.
Yeah, I should have listened to that first speaker about the mute, huh?
Yeah, no worries.
My name is Debi Slaver, and I am the Director of Sales and Marketing for SPC Tech. We are a full-service agency with advertising, Amazon, Walmart, and TikTok. And after working many years like Vincenzo for corporations and companies, I spent time working for Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 companies. I just decided I couldn't work for other people. So I went into consulting and then came across ecom and have been working with SPC Tech ever since then. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. Make sure I share the right presentation.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Okay, but that's not the right. Hang on. Let me close that. Okay. I'm sorry. I hate technical. There we go. Okay. Now.
Okay, this is the one. Okay, Ready?
All right, yes.
Okay,
So,
let's start.
I'm going to talk about AI as well. And I know AI kind of scares some people and stuff. This is pretty basic and pretty simple. But what I really want to show you is, although AI is simple, what it can help you with, it still needs human in order to work. So it isn't, Amazon has an AI content generation tool that will analyze anything that you have and optimize product images, enhance your CEO and presentation. But you really need to upload and re-verify. And the reason that you need to do that is because you're the human. So don't be worried about AI. Amazon's algorithm will heavily weigh on product images, making this hack a dual purpose tool for enhancing visual appeal and boosting your search rankings. It's going to improve your accuracy. Correcting AI misinterpretations reduces the risk of inaccurate or misleading information. And it's going to give you better customer engagement with enhanced images. You'll have clear details and optimized content to drive to clicks and conversions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the generate content option on your seller dashboard, which will analyze your uploaded product images to generate descriptions and details. Then we're going to review the AI content carefully to understand how Amazon interpreted it. So this is the image that was uploaded right here. And you can see the title it gave me was Wooden Shower Bench with Storage Shelf Teak Brown Assembly. But I know that we have multiple ways that this bench can be used. So the uploaded image I'm going to send instead is about the multi-purpose usage, that it can be used indoor, the bathroom, spa, and outdoor. Now you see afterwards, it's generated additional content, multi-purpose wooden side table, indoor, outdoor, serving cart, brown, living room, bathroom, spa, patio. The only thing I didn't like is that it didn't put teak in there for me. But okay, so here's where we were before. And then you can see here's where we went to after we gave it a different image. We fixed the inaccuracies. So if AI misinterprets your details, adjust your image to ensure that it clearly represents what you believe the selling and audience are. Now, if a critical feature or benefits are missing, update your images. Like, so for instance, there's some things that's missing on this. It doesn't tell me that it's assembled. It doesn't give me any dimensions. And so you can see that if I use text overlays and infographics on the detailed shots, the before and after will fill in some of the gaps. Include your keywords and details, which will align with Amazon's search engine. This is kind of a extra hack to enhance your SEO and presentation. Ensure your images comply with Amazon's guidelines for clarity, resolution, and relevance. And then again, once you get it, you're going to upload the image, rerun the AI content generation tool, and validate. Here's the validate. It has multi-targeting SEO words and the dimensions all on there. So AI, while it's great and helpful, can always use a little bit of a human touch. I want to thank you guys today, and I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the hacks.
Okay, thanks, Debi. No, you even had like extra time left. So do like Debi, no, in less than 4 minutes, a cool hack. So everyone, write down number 8, Debi's flavor, AI-powered content optimization through product images. So that's number 8. Everyone, write it down if you like it. And now we go to number 9, Chat Rubin. Knowing when to sell a bit valuations and improving profit. But I think Chat is gonna share a different hack if I'm not mistaken. So, but let's see now. Chat, please come on stage.
Yeah, that's just the pretend name so that people don't steal my hack. So
okay,
you're gonna get the real juice now. But I want to first just quickly introduce myself. Chad Rubin. I've been in the space for about 20 years. Co-founded the Prosper Show, an agency called Seller's Choice, and Stubana, which were acquired. I currently run an e-commerce business that makes vacuum filters and coffee filters. And I also started a company called Prophecy, which dynamically changes price for brands on Amazon. So private label brands can surge pricing, just like Uber or Expedia or Airbnb, using our technology. You ready to rock?
Okay, let's go.
All right, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to actually deliver 2 bonuses or two hacks instead of 1. So I'm going to do something that no one's ever done before. The first hack is number 1 is around pricing. And so I've tried everything, right? I have my own e-commerce business to cut expenses. My ads have been declining. Everyone's going through the same thing with rising costs and a ton of inflation. Staring at a tree, I realized that pricing was broken, right? Nobody's changing price. Most actual competitors on Amazon are looking at what's happening. They see what everyone else is doing. They copy that price and they go maybe a little bit less to be competitive. It's a joke. They're copying people that are actually bankrupt, right? So pricing is a massive lever. In fact, a $1 increase in price, if you look at this Darlet press, do some quick math, generated a 12% increase in profit. You apply a 4x multiple on that, and that's an increase of $163,000 in enterprise value. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through the first hack. You grab a listing. We're going to take Aaron Cordovez's listing, Zulay Kitchen. We're going to use Keepa. For those that have or don't have the Chrome extension, grab it and use their Keepa data, right? And see what's happening. And you can do this, by the way, for your competition. You can do this for your own products, right? You don't have to just do it for a willy-nilly product on Amazon. You drop that into Claude, right? So you have a prompt here. So I'm just going to read the first part of the prompt. The chart shows price and BSR ranked for a product. You're a data analysis expert with godlike reasoning. There's a pretty large prompt, right? We drop it in. If you want that prompt, the prompt is right here in the QR code. I don't have enough time to share it right now, but here's the prompt. And then on top of that, you'll get an amazing spit out of, am I making money? Am I losing money? What's the right pricing? And so this prompt delivers like, hey, are your customers more happy to pay more money and your BSR won't budge? Or when should you actually push up your prices or hold firm or make more money than competitors during your slowest season? Or perhaps discounting and couponing and discounting is a joke and you shouldn't be doing that and it's killing your profits. So what I do is I use that prompt, I throw it into this optimization framework and I manage and see what incremental changes of pricing happens. You can get that spreadsheet. The spreadsheet looks like this right here. And this is exactly what I use in my own business before using Prophecy, right? Because this is now automated using our technology. And you can grab that prompt or that QR code right here. So maybe we can share these later if you don't have quick fingers on your iPhone. Okay, the bonus prompt. You guys ready for the bonus prompt? Hell yeah, let's do it. This is really cool. So Facebook essentially reveals everyone's ads on Facebook.com. So if you go to, let's actually just do it real quick. How much time do I have, Nick?
So let me check again.
Come on.
Okay, you have like 2 minutes plus, like
2 minutes.
2 minutes
All
and
right,
a half.
I got this. So this is the bonus hack. So you go to see all. So essentially you go to the about page, go to page transparency and see all. This will give you all the ads that the company is running, including Prophecy. Now, I'm not an expert at Facebook ads, right? And I'm not the best copywriter either. I'm smart and I'm intelligent, but that's about it. You can do the same thing for any other company. Here's Avi. They make collagen and they have an amazing Facebook presence, right? And so what I'm doing is I'm actually learning from these companies. So I'm going to start with the images real quick. So it's so simple, but it's amazing. This is a Facebook ad that I really liked. I'm not going to share the company. And I just told ChatGPT to create this image and boom, it created it. In fact, it's probably better than the original one, right? And I was like, you know what? Make the leaves even more dead. Cool, right? Then I want to actually rewrite the text that Amazon US brands are dying. Amazing. They did it with that beautiful Amazon logo. But I was like, you know what? I don't really want to actually use the Amazon logo. And so, but put the smiley face under it. Boom. Great. Beautiful. And then suddenly, this is actually our #1 performing ad on Facebook right here, that US brands are dying because actually US brands don't have AI pricing, or Chinese brands don't have AI pricing technology, but US brands do, but they're dying and they don't actually have a way out. So essentially I've been doing this all through the advertisements here. And you can see, we go all the way down to the bottom. And like my take on all of this is that you have to do things differently to win on Amazon, right? It's not the way it used to be.
Chat, 1 minute left.
Yep. The marketplace is a whole lot more mature. And you can see I'm generating all these images, right? Because actually the showdown really is, how do you win against a saturated category with Chinese competitors coming in and trying to crush you? You have to do different things. The one thing that not a lot of people do is changing their price. So there's the 2 hacks I wanted to share with everybody. You can steal it, you can use it, and have fun with it. If you like this, I don't know my hack number, but the hack number is, what is it?
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay, it was already updated. Awesome. My assistant's fucking amazing. Okay.
Okay,
and
guys.
Okay, awesome. And this offer disappears Valentine's Day. If you want more information, if you want any of these slides, you can email me. My personal email is chat@prophecy.com. And awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, thanks, chat. So again, that's number 9, everyone. Chat Rubin. I forgot the title of the hack, so it's like the 2 hacks from one guy. So
the spy hack. It's all about spying on your competition and outsmarting China.
Okay, spy hack. So guys, that's number 9. And because people have been asking me, yes, we're gonna share the contacts of all speakers, so you can email them tomorrow. You can check out the recording, and they can send you the full hacks. You can inquire about their services. So all the cool stuff. So now we go to number 10, Fabricio Miranda, optimizing replenishment, how to consider both your Amazon FBA and D2C demand in your replenishment calculation. I'm gonna break my tongue, Fabricio, with this replenishment.
I know. I should have done something simpler, but it aligns with inventory, which is the most complex and hardest thing.
It makes sense. So please.
My presentation, Nick.
No, man, I don't. I'm not gonna repeat it anymore.
No. I mean, can you see the presentation, the slide?
Oh, yeah. I do that. So please introduce yourself and tell me how is "Let's go" in Brazilian, in Portuguese.
What's that?
How is "Let's go" in Portuguese?
It's very similar to Spanish. It's vamos in Spanish with
vamos. Okay, vamos. So tell me vamos when you're ready, and we start.
Yeah. So very quickly, I don't want to take too much time talking about Fleaver. You guys can go to the website at any moment, but we're an inventory planning platform, multi-channel. We solve the hardest and biggest problem in retail. I love advertising. I'm a co-founder of Quartile, which is one of the advertising platforms. But there's no advertising without inventory. So that's why we exist. If you want to go to G2 and see what customers are talking about, but let's go to the hack. So you can start, Nick.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So I'm not going to read it all over again. It's this big name here. But basically what I wanted to say is that managing inventory is hard. Really, really hard. And especially if you go multi-channel. So very quickly here, if you are only selling on Amazon US, you have usually, if you are past $1 million or so, you already have a 3PL, have an FBA, and you have 2 inventory locations for 1 channel. You have 2 dynamics, a purchase and a transfer. And you have 2 different actions, which is you have to purchase something from a supplier or transfer something to FBA. If you add Shopify, you get a 3rd different dynamics, which is now you have a daily fulfillment, which is a different way to operate. So there's a purchase, which is a dynamic with supplier, a transfer, and then a daily fulfillment. And if you add other channels, you can come to this. We have customers with over 160 different types of actions in the same account. So it gets extremely complex to maintain. And let me just go here to the... Can you see a spreadsheet now? Can you someone just say yes or no?
Yes, I see it.
Good. So what happens is that most people manage inventory using spreadsheets. And usually it's something like this. It's a row per column, and you have a bunch, a row per product, and you have a bunch of columns, and you're trying to calculate what you need to replenish and when. If you have just a few products and only Amazon, you can kind of get that. But as you add other channels, it becomes exponentially more complex. So now you add at Shopify, people usually just add another column and put in sales velocity, which makes me cringe because there's no such thing as sales velocity. Sales are sales. They vary along the way during the year. But anyways, they add the sales velocity, and that's what I call the white belt, using jiu-jitsu terms, the white belt approach to inventory. Then you have the yellow belt approach, which is, okay, so now let's plot that into days and start seeing daily inventory. But that still has a lot of oversimplifications here. Let's move to the orange belt, which is, okay, so now let's put all the shipments in time. So now you know if you're going to run out of stock, even though you have an order placed, that order is not going to arrive before you run out of stock. So you start getting that kind of visibility. And then there's the green belt, which is, okay, so now let's do a proper forecasting that is not just a simple moving average that is like a flat line. It's a forecasting. It takes in account seasonality. If you're using AI models, you will take into account a bunch of other things. Then you have the blue belt, which is, okay, now let's add visibility of how many days of stock you have at any given day. Let's optimize the purchases so that they arrive at the right time. Then there's the purple belt, which is, okay, let's add charts. Let's start managing with charts with visibility. I usually say that visibility is the most under valued thing in the world in terms of making decisions, the right decisions. Just having visibility of the data already opens up a lot of new opportunities for you. And then there's the black belt, which is using a system, right? So at Fleabr, we have a system that does all of that for you, gets all the data in. It has all the complexity embedded. So if you're doing inventory forecast, it takes into consideration all the channels that consume that inventory. It takes into consideration all the intricacies of each channel, like the lead times that you have, if you have, for example, stock outs, we're substituting that for what would have been the sales so that we don't forecast new stock outs. Bundles, so all the complexity is solved here in Fleabr. So what I wanted to say today is just that inventory is the most important part of your business. This is where you can make money or lose money. People think you make money at the time that you're selling or doing advertising. That's wrong. You don't make money at sales or advertising. You make money when you purchase the product. If you purchase the wrong product at the wrong time, the wrong quantity, you're going to lose money no matter how good you are in marketing and sales. So that's my hack for today. Let me go back here. If you guys get this QR code, we can do a demo. That's a QR code to my personal Calendly, so we can do a one-on-one demo at any time, and we can talk. I have the spreadsheet also that I can share with anyone that wants. It works for a bunch of types of customers, but yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Nick, for organizing this.
Thanks, Fabricio. So everyone, that's number, okay, man, let me just pull my list again. So that's number 10, Fabricio Miranda, optimizing replenishment, how to consider both for Amazon FBA and D2C demand in your replenishment calculation. So write down number 10, and in 4 more hacks, you will be able to vote for him or for your favorite hack. So now let's go to our second lady today, Stephanie Richter, optimal campaign setup for a bid management perspective with Adspert. So please, Stephanie, come on stage. I see your presentation, but not you yet. So please introduce yourself, and once you're ready, let's go. How do you say let's go in German? I'm gonna learn some languages
Let's go.
today.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Maybe I talk too much English, so
Okay.
I would say let's go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think, by the way, amazing hacks, really fantastic insights. Probably I will come with the most boring hack because it's a summary of the fundamental what you should do when you do Amazon ads. So I'm Stephanie. I'm more than 24 years in software development. I'm coming from an AI perspective, first from fintech, now I'm adtech. I'm not an Amazon expert, but I'm expert in AI. So let's start deep diving in it. We will talk, first I will talk with some common mistakes. So when customers joining our software,
Stephanie,
doing...
are ready? Let me know when you're ready to start.
So yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay, so what I would talk about some common mistake when we see a customer joining our company, and based on that, we have a suggestion of an ideal campaign structure. And if you already work with that campaign structure, we will have an next suggestion for you. Let's jump into it straight away. So everybody's searching on net on a best campaign structure for your Amazon campaigns. It's always one of the most questions what we get when somebody joining our PPC software, but there is no one solution fits all. There isn't, because everybody is different, but there are maybe some similarities, and that's why we come up with an idea for you. So, but start first with 3 common mistakes what we see in accounts. And like I repeat myself, maybe it's a little bit boring, but the groundwork is so important. So that's where we would say that is a hack. So what is the first common mistake? What we see? No product prioritization. So what does it mean? So you cannot bring all your products at the top position at all. So maybe if you have just 3 products, maybe you are able, but if you have 100, if you have 200 products, you are not able to do that. So start prioritizing. Find your products, what you think that is the most priority to get the most value out of it. Makes it as your tier 1. Then building a tier 2 products, you would maybe focus on the next step where you think, yeah, I would like to bring that to the tier 1. And then tier 3 is product that maybe in the future will really cover up your business. So, and then try if in tier 1 everything works perfectly, brings the next product from tier 2 to tier 1. So really prioritize your products, not try to sell all at the same time with the highest priority. Second common mistake, what we often see with customer, don't use strategic portfolios. So please think in strategic portfolios with your budget. That sometimes people ask, what is portfolio? What is portfolio budget? So if you're not familiar with that, search on Google and look what that is. So if you don't work with strategic portfolio, your account maybe look like that. And absolutely boring, but so very important. Please find a naming convention in your account. I see so often campaigns starting with a date or starting with some random numbers in it because some ASINs are in that are important for you. You know at this moment what you have done, but imagine you grow and you want to have somebody on your account helping you. They can't see anything on that campaign name, what is in. So find your own naming convention, and then you may be able to grow and other people help you. For instance, all of these great people here, they want to support you, but when they see your account, it's a mess because nobody understands what you created. So like I mentioned, very boring, but very important. So if all of that is fixed and you do that, what is your best campaign structure? We developed the campaign structure together with one of our agency partner, AMAX. I'm from Germany. So what is Adspert doing? We do PPC on AI based. We work with a lot of agency, and AMAX is, for instance, one of our partners. So what would be my hack? So how should your campaign structure look
Stephanie,
like? If
1 minute left.
Okay, if you want to grow, so build an auto campaign with one ad group per child ASIN. Then build 4 manual campaigns for brand, pet, exact, and broad. Why you should do that? So first a brand campaign by protect your brand, a performance campaign to grow, find new avenues for auto campaigns, and specific pet campaign for outperform competitors. If you're all doing that, what should you do next? Think about optimizing on profit optimization, because with all that campaigns, what you create, you typically optimize revenue, but go the next step, go a profit optimization. That mean not just considering your revenue and your ad spend, considering also your cost of goods sold, putting all that together and go the next step with a profit optimization. And guess what? Exactly that is where Adspert can help you with. So we are not doing only revenue optimization, we do also profit optimization. And you're welcome, you try our software 30 days for free, and you also get a 30-day discount lifetime on our subscription if you would like to try Adspert. So thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Stephanie. So everyone, that's number 11, Stephanie Richter, optimal campaign setup for bid management perspective with Adspert. So guys, write down number 11. And now we go to the next one. Matt Kostan, how to steal Costco's conversion strategy for your Amazon listing. So Matt, please introduce yourself to those who don't know you, and tell me when you're ready. And we're gonna
cool.
let's
start. My name's Matt. I've been selling on Amazon for 10 years. I'm also the CEO of Product Pinion, where we make it super easy and affordable to get consumer insights for Amazon sellers. We were voted #1 in the Golden Seller Awards for that too. And I really like what Joe from Riverbend Consulting was talking about, like actually talking to your shoppers and understanding what is important to them. I'm going to get the slides up here, but just before I go, quick side story. I'm usually pretty chill and laid back in real life, but I have a caffeine sensitivity. So before these hacks, I like to chug a thing of coffee, and it gets me really excited to do these. So I'm going to be talking fast. All right,
man.
I am ready to go.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay, so first, who loves Costco? Let me know in the Q&A why you shop there if you love them. I'd love to see it. And there's a reason why Costco is very successful. And I wanted to talk today about what if you could actually bottle Costco's secret sauce. And FYI, that's what Costco's secret sauce looks like when you ask AI. And I'm going to actually show you how to do this, how to bottle Costco's conversion strategies into your Amazon listings. And I'll also prove to you that it works. But first, there's a problem we have to talk about. There was a study from Stanford that basically said that when people are exposed to more choices, they get overwhelmed and sometimes don't even make a choice. Well, hello, Amazon with overwhelm. If you search for toothpaste, you got over 10,000 ideas to try to figure out which one's the best one. And shoppers can be super finicky. That's something that we've learned at Product Opinion. They're happy to hit bounce. They just want to go in and out. Amazon even has said that 28% of shopping sessions end in 3 minutes or less, and 50% of them end in 15 minutes. So you need to make the best impression as fast as you can. Your goal as a seller is to make it quick and easy for people to choose your product, get the sale. And one way to do this is understanding the concept of cognitive load, which is the mental effort required to make a decision. And it turns out the less effort you put on shoppers, the more sales you'll actually make. Amazon knows this. That's the purpose of Rufus. Let's make it super damn simple. Hey, Rufus, I want XYZ. Here are your Costco knows this as well too. Reducing cognitive load makes it for an efficient, streamlined shopping experience. You know at Costco, it's a super streamlined. You know what you're going to get. Plain Jane, just buy and you're good to go. Costco, for example, has less than 4,000 products per warehouse. Walmart has 150,000. Again, less thinking means more sales. Costco online is no different. If you've ever shopped there, straight up above the fold, look at all the space they're using to convince you. Why buy TVs at Costco? They're answering the question that a shopper has in their brain, and they list all the reasons there. Very cool. And the idea here is not to make people think. It's like, tell me exactly why I should buy for you. Now, this is great, but how do we actually apply this to Amazon? Takeaway number one, tell shoppers why they should buy. So actually put a listing of reasons of why people should be buying your listing. So you can put this on your secondary image, your A+ content. This is kind of what it can look like. You basically list the reasons. Why are these worth it? These are very expensive luggage locks. Why is it worth it? Answer the questions that are going on in the shopper's head, and you make it super easy for them to convert and buy for you. Even look at Costco's product detail page. Look how much space they take in convincing you that this is the right decision. Why buy televisions on Costco? Boom, right there. Takeaway number two, simplify your images. Do one benefit per image. Billion-dollar brand Anchor knows this. They did some consumer insights to show that speed and portability were the #1 concern for people. Look at their images. Simple, speed, portability. For the headphones, enjoy noise-free travel, dudes on a plane. Enjoy hearing the outside, dudes outside. Simple sells. Keep it to 1 to 2 highlights per main image. This works so well that Amazon is actually going to do this for you. They're experimenting with something called product highlights. This is what it looks like, where they're actually superimposing the benefits on your main images. It's a new A+ content appearing above the fold in them. But does it work? Yes. So here's a case study. This was a face painting kit. Before, super complicated. Look how much tough you have to kind of think to understand this. They updated it with these images, free step-by-step guide, easy to apply and remove, and look at the results. 10% click-through conversion rate to a 14% conversion rate. And that doesn't look like much, but if you actually put it and graph it, look at that blue line going up. You simplify it, you make more sales. Another case study from Vincenzo at Optimise, amazing work. This is the old, super complicated. You have to think to make this happen. And now look, you make it simple and you get the similar results. Your conversion rate goes up, your sales increase. Simplicity sells.
1 minute left.
Oh, perfect. I got some time now. I can slow it down. Simplicity sells. You basically reduce your cognitive load. You'll get more sales, and you can implement this super easily in your listings. Like Chad, I was on the same wavelength. I'm like, hey, let's get some bonus hacks out of this too. So bonus hack, but I have 2 bonus hacks for you. Bonus hack number 1 is you can actually watch how your conversion rate can rise with something called next gen selling. So it's available in your account now. Go to sellercentral.amazon.com/Amazon sells. And it actually allows you to build a custom dashboard for free, included in your account. And here I have conversion rate, a whole bunch of other widgets you can pop on it so you can see the information you want right away. Even gives you actions to do. So again, free thing, sellercentral.com. There's the URL. Bonus hack number 2, real quick. Vincenzo mentioned this. If you want to use Amazon recognition for seeing how Amazon's AI interprets images, just go to imagecheck.com. It's completely free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just go in there, upload your image. You don't have to sign up for Amazon AWS. It's there for you to use, and you can see how Amazon interprets your AI. In this case, it thinks the product's a scooter. It's not. It's a cover for a stroller. So if you like these hacks, vote for me, number 12. And if you sign up for a trial of Product Pinion, you'll also get a quick 10-minute chat with myself directly, and we can talk about how you can reduce cognitive load in your listings and get more sales on Amazon. Woo! Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. And when you book the 12-minute chat, you're gonna speak slower, right, Matt?
I will calm it down. I will speak in my normal, easy, laid back.
Okay, guys. So that's number 12, Matt Kostan. He is a multiple hack series winner, not only with me, but with other top hacks like Kevin King. So if you like him, write down the number 12, Matt Kostan, how to steal Costco's conversion strategy for your Amazon listing. And now we go to the fatal number 13, Noah Wickham, one of the hack winners. I think Noah won the first hack that we did last year. So his title is Best Low ACOS Advertising Hack. So Noah, please introduce yourself and what you guys do at My Amazon Guy, and let's go with the fatal hack, number 13.
Sure, absolutely. So firstly, thanks for having me back on here, Nick. Glad to be back and glad to see all the amazing hacks today. For those that don't know, I'm Noah Wickham. I'm our sales director here at My Amazon Guy. We are a full service Amazon agency in the space, who essentially we do everything A to Z on the platform. So if you need help with pretty much anything, we typically will do it. So yeah, I have a fun little hack today, and this is actually one that I have been using personally for years upon years on a multitude of accounts. Initially, actually, was using it on my own accounts, and realistically can do it across pretty much any account you want. Doesn't matter the size, whether you're enterprise, you're a small SMB doing $500 a month. It does not matter. This is my favorite, just low ACOS campaign that takes all of 5 minutes to set up, and then it's a set and forget campaign. So sharing my screen now. Really quickly, essentially, this is what I would consider.
Okay, Noah. So you're ready, right? Let's start.
Yeah, I'll be in and out here. No worries.
Okay, man. Let's start.
So sharing my screen here. So essentially, this is super easy campaign. It's what I would consider to be a catch-all campaign, and the point of it is it does not matter if you are somebody who has a category that is extremely varied. Doesn't matter what kind of products you have, if all of your products are the exact same, or if they're across a variety of categories. I have found that this campaign, without a doubt, will always work. And it's because it's just a super simple campaign that works off of how Amazon's own advertising algorithm does. So with that being said, essentially, counterintuitively, you add every single one of your products into the campaign, as it says, auto catch-all campaign. So the point is add everything. This is an auto targeting campaign. We're not doing anything manual. Again, we are working off of Amazon's own algorithm with this. Super easy to do. Now, the aspect that makes this super low ACOS is the actual bidding structure. Setting bids up by targeting group for the close match, loose match, substitutes, and complements across the board. You do not want to have more than a 50% of whatever the recommended suggested bid from Amazon is. The point of this is that we are not trying with this campaign in the slightest to actually compete across the board in a bunch of different categories with a bunch of different search terms, and rather the point is to try and pick up all of the outlier sales that you otherwise would not have on the platform. Super easy to do across the board. I typically will always have close match and complements be the highest bid structure within this. And then finally, dynamic bids down only. You don't want to have anything above this, as essentially down only is the only way that you're really going to see a lower ACOS with this. And finally, I always have top of search add an extra 15%. Reason for this is same exact thing I was just saying. Search terms, we are picking up the outliers here. So there is a keyword somebody is not on, and we want to try and pick something up. Top search is going to be the best place for conversion across the board with campaigns. I've put this together on a million different accounts at this point in time. I see all sorts of results, but this is one of the accounts that I've done it on. So from a lifetime period, about 107K ad spend, 644K in sales, 16% ACOS. So again, super low ACOS. The point of this, and if we dig into the actual ad group here a little bit, we'll see across the board from a search terms that even in a 30-day period, we're working with over 3,300 different search terms, right? So an extremely large catalog of search terms, even just within the last 30 days. The thing that is going to need optimization that I typically will always do with these type of campaigns is over the course of period of time, add in negations. And negations are the way that you're going to absolutely get the best amount of ACOS off of a campaign like this. There have been times where we have ran this campaign on certain accounts, even this one in particular, where when we first started, we were seeing roughly a 7% ACOS across the board. So this is super quick hack that I would advise everyone throw onto any account that they have. And any one of their accounts overall, just because it is super easy to do. Anyone can manage it, monitor it, and it picks up a ton of sales for you. So I think I'm good there under, hopefully, I think 3 minutes there, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, you beat Debi's record, so you're even shorter, and that's a good thing. So everyone, that's number 13, the fatal hack. I hope it's not going to be fatal for your sales, even the opposite. So best wall ACOS advertising hack number 13. Write it down. One more hack and you would be ready to vote. So now we go to last but not the least, Azam Ali, quantify the listing juice. Safe is not able to share, but he was one of the winners from the hack in 2023. So Azam, please introduce yourself, what you guys do at Hello, and let's go once you're ready.
Right, everyone can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, so I'm Azam. I'm 24 years of age. As you know, I'm speaking in place of Seth today. I just recently graduated and joined AI Hello back in 2023. So, and since then we have been creating some PPC magic together at AI Hello. I'm working as a brand manager. So at AI Hello, we are servicing over 5,000 sellers through our software and through our managed services. And it's only going to get better from here. So this was about me and the company. Now I'll just share my screen so that I can just begin with the hack that I prepared for you all.
Okay, man. So let's start then.
Right. So I'm sorry, just
yeah, no worries, man. I'm gonna wait till it vaults. Okay.
It says my screen sharing is paused for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able now. Everybody can share, but let me do it again. Okay. Yeah, you should be able to share now. Everybody can share. Try again.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it. Okay, man. So let's start.
Okay, cool, perfect. So today I'll be showing you a ridiculously simple hack that can help you improve your PPC performance by up to 10x by actually quantifying your SEO. This is an interesting topic, and I'm sure I would add value for you all for this. So there's one common mistake that I see across the board sellers make, and that is that they think their listings are optimized. So whenever I ask them, are your listings really optimized? Can you put a number on it? And that is when they go blank. They kind of freeze, right? Because they can't really measure it. They're just kind of guessing it. They know that they have optimized and put in the keywords in the right place, but they don't really know if it's really better than that of their competitors, right? So there's an underlying problem with it, right? Because if you can't measure something, you can't really improve it, and that's why so many sellers struggle with scaling and burning too much money in PPC and just having problems with the rank sticking and sustaining. Right. So right. So this is where your part comes in, because there's two ways you can do this. Firstly, you can use Helium 10. You can just put in you can get a list of relevant keywords. You can manually pull up their search volume, and you can check and just calculate the total search volume in terms of how your ranking juices. And there's a quicker way to do it, which is using data dive. So what data dive does is you can simply use the listing building feature, and it will pull out the exact ranking juice your listing has. So basically what it does is you can not just see that what keywords you have indexed on your listings, you can also see their match types. So it's not realistically possible for you to incorporate every single keyword. The tool will tell you that you have this keyword indexed in the form of broad match. You have this keyword indexed in the form of phrase match. So you can also just calculate these routes and then calculate your ranking juice in terms of these routes. So, and this is not just it. My favorite part is that you can also do the same for your competitors. So for a given list of keyword, I can also see that where and what keyword my competitor has put on their listing. So if I just show you a quick snapshot, if you look at this screenshot, you can see that there's this list of keywords, and we can see that their match type is broad, it's exact, plural, so on and so forth, right? And on the right hand side, I have these competitors listed down, so I can see which competitor is using which keyword in what match type and at what place. For example, their title, their bullets, or their description. So this gives me a really important data point with which we can just create content and use information to beat the competition. So if you ask me what the best part is, it's that most sellers don't even bother checking this, right? They think their listing is great because it just looks good and it has a great feel when you read it or when you go over the content. So in my opinion, this is why this hack is a game changer, and we have personally tested this as well. If your SEO score or your ranking juice is higher than those of your competitors, you rank better organically, and then you also run cheaper PPC as well. And secondly, if you run keyword campaigns on targets that your competitors do not have on their listing, then again you are kind of bridging that gap. You are using this information to just beat them. So we have, with the same ad budgets, you can
Azam,
complete...
1 minute left.
Sure, I'm just wrapping up. So we have gone up against mountains of competition, big brands, big budgets. Some even had 10x resources, but they were just throwing money at PPC without fixing, the basic fundamentals we are talking about, the fundamentals of SEO. So we never had to outspend them. We just quantified our SEO score with the help of data dive and optimize better. So what should be your main 3 key takeaways from this? Firstly, quantify your SEO score. You have the tools at your disposal, use them. Number 2, be always number 1 for your ranking juice, especially for the title. For the bullets and for the description, your rank would be 4 or 5, but not below that. But for the ranking, it has to be number 1. And lastly, most people don't do this, and that's why you should. So this was my hack. I hope this was of value for everyone, and this is it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Azam. So everyone, that was number 14, Azam Ali quantified the listing juice. So guys, we're ready to roll. So I'm gonna paste the poll in the chat right now, and you guys can start voting for your favorite hack. In the meantime, while you're voting, I'm gonna mention the sponsors again, and I'm gonna mention the hack. So, and we're gonna have like 5 minutes to vote. So here is, I'm just posting the poll link to everyone. So you guys, let's go. Let's see who has the best hack. And do you guys see it in the chat? I just posted okay, so start voting, and I'm gonna go over the hack title. So number 1, Joey Glyshaw, how to build an affiliate army for your Amazon brand. Number 2, Eric Rutzick, how to have an equity partner without giving up equity. Number 3, Joe MacPherson, maximize your reimbursement, spend less, claim more for your Amazon business. Number 4, Joe Zalta, how to evaluate the market before choosing a product to launch. Number 5, Rafael Veloz, Amazon hack so good Jeff Bezos would cry. Number 6, Shamosh, exposing black hack tactics and protecting against anti-competitive threats. Number 7, Vincenzo Toscano, how to optimize your listings to make Rufus recommended in the first position. Number 8, Debi, AI-powered content optimization for product images. Number 9, Chat Rubin, the spy hacks. Number 10, Fabricio Miranda, optimizing replenishment, how to consider both your Amazon FBA and D2C demand in your replenishment calculations. Number 11, Stephanie Richter, optimal campaign setup for a bid management perspective with Adspert. Number 12, Matt Kostan, how to steal Costco's conversion strategy for your Amazon listing. Number 13, Noah Wickham, best WoW ACOS advertising hack. And number 14, Azam, quantify the listing juice. So let me vote, and then I'm gonna give a shout out to the sponsors. So where is my poll link? Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, guys, so let me share my screen. I'm gonna mention the speakers until you guys are voting. We have 4 more minutes left, so vote. Vote, vote, vote. Okay. Do you guys see my screen? I assume you should. Hey guys, so I'm gonna mention our sponsors today until you're voting. So our gold sponsor expansion to the European by Heltag. So if any of you is selling in the USA and they're not selling in Europe, we can easily add 30% to what they're doing in Europe as an extra revenue with higher profit margins. So we're gonna do marketing research and audit. We're gonna tell you and show you how much money you can make, and we're gonna take care with the so-called blockers like VAT, taxes, product compliance, logistics, localization, and we're gonna give away $3,000 per brand in discount. So it's no brainer. I mean, don't just do it like Nike says. Then our next sponsor, Productscope AI, the most advanced AI creative studio for e-commerce brands. So they help you generate products, photos, videos, optimize copy in minutes with their cool generative AI, 10 times faster and cheaper than traditional methods. Giveaway, you get 50% off their PA studio per month, pro package monthly or annual, valid $250. Here's the QR code. We're gonna send the link tomorrow with the recording, and you can actually check it out. Again, our next sponsor, Tropes. They're the most advanced solution for reclaiming your money from Amazon FBA. They offer market-leading 10% commission rates, seller-friendly policies, cutting-edge technology that gets you onboarded and finds more refunds faster than anyone else. Their giveaway is first 60 days free, up to $1,000 in reimbursement. You can claim their offer here, scanning the QR code, or again, wait for the recording tomorrow, and you can do that. Our next sponsor is KPEC. Scaling inventory can feel like a constant balancing act, but that's where KPEC steps in. They help out e-commerce brands like yours free up cash flow by funding up to 70% of your purchase orders fast, flexible, hassle-free. They're offering $500 credit towards your post-production costs for your next purchase order when you get started with KPEC. Again, you can scan the QR code to claim that. ZoneFlip, our next sponsor. ZoneFlip is a premier agency specializing in Amazon and TikTok growth. They're leveraging their deep understanding of virality to drive search volume to your top keywords on Amazon. They elevate your brand by handling everything from product listings, live shopping to influencer partnership and viral content strategies. They have a proven expertise. You see more sales, great reach, and the results for your business are deserving. And their offer is 50% off, up to $500 value on your TikTok shop services. You can scan the QR code to claim that. And our next sponsor, Riverbend Consulting, they are helping out sellers and vendors on Amazon and other e-commerce marketplaces keep their accounts healthy and compliant. The company specializes in account and ACE reinstatement, account management, reimbursement, and rate services. When Amazon targets your account, be it a warning or an account suspension, they're with you for the entire appeal process, including executive escalation is needed. Suspension coverage gives you an immediate access to the top reinstatement experts available at the moment your account is suspended. Their gold team is ready to engage. get started and help resolve the suspension. They're giving away 50% of their Riverbend annual suspension coverage, which is $100 per month for the first 25 sellers. In other words, you're going to save $600 per year and you're going to be safe. Again, scan the QR code to claim that. And our media partner, my company, my newsletter, one of my companies, Ecom Hotels, we're going to give away a free sponsorship worth $2,000 to the winner today. So let's stop talking about sponsors and let's see who is winning the hack. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, man, so I'm closing the poll, and our winner today, and for the second time, is Vincenzo Toscano with 19%. Number 2 is Matt Kostan, and number 3 is Fabricio. So, Vincenzo, are you here, man? Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, that was close, Matt. Oh, but don't worry, guys. No, because I always like to give out surprises. I mean, so Vincenzo is the winner of the live hack, and we have a lot of people who are gonna vote for the recording. So we're gonna have a surprise hack if somebody else wins it to the recording. So great hacks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You know, my ace is not as stiff as usual, so I'm getting used to doing this to our webinars. I hope that everybody enjoyed those hacks, and we're gonna have a new one in 2 months. This time it would be the Women's All-Star hack. So only ladies sharing cool hacks, you know, in March. I'm not sure if it's gonna be March 8th, but it's gonna be in March. So congrats, Vincenzo. Thanks everybody for sharing those hacks. We're gonna be sharing the recording tomorrow. You can watch the hacks again and just sign up for my newsletter and get in touch with those cool peeps if you want to get their full presentation or just work with them or just grow on Amazon this year. So adios ragazzi and peeps. I'll be seeing you around. Thanks everyone. Have a good evening. Have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.